What's up, guys? It's DK Wrestler here, and in today's video we are going to rank every South Park Funko Pop.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
This week will mark the 25th anniversary of when South Park aired its first episode, which is pretty crazy already, 25 years since South Park had started. And there are a total of, I believe, 40 Funko Pops we're going to be looking at for this Tiermaker list. Depending on when you're watching this, there might be more South Park Pops than what there is for this video per se. Which, without further ado, let's go over to the Tiermaker website and rank every South Park Funko Pop.
Alrighty guys, so we are on the Tiermaker website ready to rank every South Park Funko Pop, which the categories from worst to best are Dead Like Kenny, Could Have Been Better, Not Bad, Really Good, and You Will Respect My Authority. Worst Cartman impression ever, but you guys got the gist of that. Starting off in numerical order with Butters, and I'm gonna put this Funko Pop under Not Bad. It's very simplistic, like a lot of the South Park Pops, but it gets the job done on essentially showing off how Butters is. Next up, we have ourselves Eric Cartman, and I'm gonna put this one also in Not Bad. Not one of my favorite Eric Cartman Pops, even though the majority of them are great Pops. It's from the episode where he gets glasses and his eye doctor calls him Piggy, but overall the detail isn't that bad. Next up, we have Kyle's little brother Ike, and I'm also gonna put this on Not Bad. And to give everyone an update, this is in no specific order, and the pop looks great. I mean, it's very simplistic, once again, like I mentioned, with the arms to the side, but I think what's great about this pop also is the head sculpt and how you can tell that Ike was born in Canada because of the way that they did the heads compared to the other South Park Pops. Next up, we have ourselves Mysterion, and I'm going to put this under Really Good, and this mostly is for personal reaction reasons, because obviously Mysterion is Kenny. Kenny is one of my favorite characters, and I think the Mysterion character during those Coon and Friends episodes was great, especially because it gave an opportunity for Kenny to actually talk and you can understand what he's saying, but I felt like they could have done something a little bit better, especially with the posing of this pop, but at the same time, this was the fourth South Park Pop, and they were made, I believe, it was 2017, so that was when Funko was just starting to evolve with different poses. So if they would have waited on doing the Mysterion Pop until, like, let's say this year in 2022 for the 25th anniversary, I think it could have been a whole lot better and could have went to that very top tier of You Will Respect My Authority. Next up, we have the Hot Topic exclusive Zombie Kenny, and I'm also going to put this under Really Good. This has a lot of detail, especially with the different eyes and how one's partially closed, one's open, the clothing and how it's a little bit ripped, and especially the bone sticking out of the arm. I think they did a great job for this Funko Pop. Next up, we have ourselves the San Diego Comic-Con 2017 shared with, I believe, GameStop exclusive Mintberry Crunch, and this will go under Not Bad. It is not bad of a pop. You couldn't really do much with Mintberry Crunch to begin with, but it's cool that they did that. Next up, we have ourselves the San Diego Comic-Con 2017 shared with Hot Topic exclusive the Coon, and this will be the first pop going under You Will Respect My Authority. This pop with the detail involved is amazing. I enjoy the amount of detail that's put into it, where you have the raccoon mask, you have the claws sticking out, and especially the way they added the white eyes, because it really pops out compared to just adding normal black eyes to it. And it's one of those instances where Cartman does not have his hat on, so you actually get to see his hair. Next up, we have ourselves Stan, and I'm gonna put this under Not Bad. It's not bad because there's not much going on with it. It's just like the Mintberry Crunch, where it's just the arms to the side, and it doesn't have much of a facial expression besides the frown, but overall, it's not bad. And I might as well do the same thing with Kyle, who is coming up next. Basically the same thing that's going on with that. Then we got ourselves the Best Buy exclusive 2-pack of Stan and Kyle, and this will be the first and only time a Funko Pop goes under Dead Like Kenny. First off, mainly because I always like to add at least one pop to every category, and if there was one to choose from, it would be this pop, and I don't understand why they didn't just do a 4-pack where it was all 4 of the main characters and adding Kenny and Cartman to it. I just felt like it was weird to have the 2-pack with just these 2 characters. Next up, we have ourselves Professor Chaos, and I'm going to put this under really good. I really love the overall design of Professor Chaos, obviously being Butters, where he's wearing the tinfoil hat and he's got the smirk on his face. But one thing I wish they would have done better with this Funko Pop is have his arm sticking out like he's doing an evil, diabolical laugh, because the persona of Professor Chaos is a antagonist for essentially not only the episode it debuts for, but obviously becoming an antagonist during the Coon and Friends episode series during South Park. So I felt like if they would have added just that attention to detail, it could have went under the "you will respect my authority" part of this list. Next up, we have both Terrence and Philip with their respective chases, and I'm gonna put these first on really good. And if I were to rank these, I might as well put the Canadian flags in front of them. And realistically, like I mentioned, no specific order, besides obviously ranking the chases over the commons. And this is mainly because, of course, me being from Canada, it's cool that South Park kind of represents Canada a little bit as terms to the Terrence and Philip TV series. They do appear quite frequently as terms to the series, even though they're characters, but not actual characters that would interact with the main characters. They're just characters on a television series that the boys like. So it's really cool. And obviously adding that Canadian flag, being from Canada, that's cool. And I would have rather seen this as a 2-pack instead of the 2-pack we got with Stan and Kyle. I think that definitely would have made more sense. Next up, we have ourselves the Hot Topic exclusive Goth Stan, and I'm going to put this under really good. And that's mainly because what a perfect retailer for a character like Goth Stan, because Hot Topic kind of has that reputation a little bit, or not really so much, but at first, of usually people who would only wear black clothing would go to a store like Hot Topic. More gothic people would go to Hot Topic. So it definitely makes sense for a variant of Stan like this to be a Hot Topic exclusive because of that kind of stereotype involved with Hot Topic. I think it's great, and especially with this simplistic pose with the grin, definitely suits the gothic persona of Stan. Next up, we have ourselves the GameStop exclusive Cartman with Clyde, and I'm going to put this under not bad, mainly because once again, it's not really one of my favorite Cartmans, even though it's probably the most simplistic Cartman that we have out of all of the Cartman pops. But it's cool that it does feature Clyde, because Clyde is the stuffed plush frog that he has during a lot of the episodes of South Park. So really cool that they did that, but I kind of wish that Cartman was more in an angry pose, since he does have a lot of anger issues, I guess you could say, during a lot of the episodes of South Park. Next up, we have ourselves Chef, and I'm going to put this under really good. I really like the sculpt of Chef, really different from a lot of the South Park pops, and it's cool that Chef is part of the set because he is a funny character, especially when he breaks out into song there during the episodes while giving advice to the boys in the cafeteria. Really awesome. I hope there's more Chef pops in the near future. Next up, we have ourselves Kenny, the normal version, and I will put this under not bad, and that's because you couldn't really do much with Kenny as it is. I mean, you might as well have all of the simplistic 4 main characters, and I guess maybe 5 if you include Butters also, under not bad, because they're perfect the way they are, but as terms to detail, there's nothing really you can add unless maybe there is some sort of facial expression that like is really noticeable instead of like the frowny faces for Stan and Kyle. But with Kenny, you can't really see the facial expression as it is, since his facial expression would be covered by his hood, so it makes sense that he would just be under not bad. Now we got ourselves the cop version of Cartman, and this will go into the perfect category of "you will respect my authority," and it's not just because of the fact that that is the phrase that this version of Cartman would say. It's because the amount of detail put into this pop definitely makes sense to be in this category. Definitely probably the best Cartman pop that they have produced, in my opinion. It's for a very memorable moment. He's holding the, I guess it's called Billy Bat in his hand. He's got the cop outfit on, and I love the detail of kind of the reflection of the mountains, since they are in Colorado, involved with this pop. So that added a detail to the glasses, even though Funko could have just kept them black. Just adding that reflection is just a nice added attention to detail that Funko didn't have have to do, but they went above and beyond to doing that. Next up, we have ourselves the specialty series exclusive Mr. Garrison, and this is going to go under really good, and that's mainly because I think everything that Funko needed to hit as terms to a detailed pop of Mr. Garrison has been hit as terms to this pop. A nice facial expression, the glasses, the wrinkles on top of the head, and especially the detail of adding Mr. Hand as the puppet there for Mr. Garrison is just great. Next up is the human Kite, and this is going to be the first pop going under could have been better. And nothing against the human Kite, but the only thing is the fact that obviously you can't really tell unless you are a huge South Park fan, knowing that this is Kyle's persona during the Coon and Friends episodes at South Park. But also at the same time, it's like there could have been more detail. Like example, because the human Kite is known for having laser eyes, it would have been cool to maybe add red eyes or even having lasers coming out of the eyes as terms to some sort of detail involved to make it a little bit better than what it is. Next up is Tool Shed, and this will also go under could have been better. And once again, I mean, cool detail with the fact that Stan is not wearing his hat during this persona, and he's got the detail involved with the drill in his hand, and especially kind of like that little waistband there with the tools on it. I just think personally not a lot of people would be fans of this for the Coon and Friends, because obviously the most popular characters for Coon and Friends are probably going to be Mysterion because of Kenny, and then the Coon because it is Coon and Friends and the fact it's Cartman. Next up, we have ourselves Mr. Hankey the Christmas Poo, and this is going to go under not bad. And it's mainly because obviously with the sizing of the pop, they couldn't make it obviously as large as the other characters because Mr. Hankey is a Christmas Poo. He's not going to be as big as a human realistically, so to make it like that and adding a stand definitely makes sense, but they did do a great job as terms to transforming this into a Funko Pop. Next up, we have ourselves Randy Marsh, and this is going to go under not bad. Very simplistic like a lot of the South Park pops, and it does have a decent facial expression, so I do like that about the pop. Next up, we have ourselves Margarine, and I'm going to put this under, I'll put this under not bad, and it's mainly because even though it does have a lot of detail, this is the episode where Butters disguises as a girl to get the quote-unquote device from the slumber party. I think that there's something about this pop that maybe as terms to hype-wise also not a lot of people were excited about it, because Butters, even though he's kind of popular, he's obviously not up there with the four main characters, especially with Kenny and Cartman. Next up, we have ourselves Jersey Kyle, and I'm going to put this under really good, and it's mainly because it is from a very popular episode about finding out that Kyle's family was originally from Jersey, and they have this kind of gene inside of them that they don't know how to explain it because it is a Jersey thing. And I really like the detail involved with Kyle here with the red hair and how it's all like styled up like you would assume people from Jersey kind of like style their hair from watching, let's say, Jersey Shore. And I feel like I do like the attire, but I think it would have been better if he actually had like the white shirt that said Kylie B right near the final scene of that episode. And I think if it was that attire alone, I think that would have been up in the You Will Respect My Authority category as terms to this tier maker list. Next up, we have ourselves Osimo, and I will also put this under really good. And I really enjoyed the way that this pop looks. You can definitely tell popified, even if let's say you had never seen this episode before, that clearly this is Cartman, since this is the episode where Cartman dresses up as a robot to kind of play a prank, I guess you can say, on Butters, and then they end up going to California, and it was a pretty funny moment for that episode. And I know a lot of people were really hyped about Osimo when this wave of Funko Pops had released. Next up, we have ourselves the Shadowhatchie Stan, and I'm going to put this under could have been better. And although it is a pretty decent pop, that episode from the, I believe it's season 8 premiere was really cool, where they kind of turned into anime form throughout the episode and then back to their normal selves. I felt like it's so weird to like have just Stan, and they never made the versions for, let's say, Kyle, Kenny, and Cartman. They only made the Stan. But I also felt that this definitely would have been better if they actually like kind of made the anime forms of these characters. Next up, we have Faith 1 Cartman, and I gotta put this under, do I put it? It's either not bad or really good. I'll put this under not bad. And the reason I'm putting it, even though it is a memorable moment of Cartman forming a Christian band and then ends up getting like a platinum record, or it's not even platinum because I think that doesn't exist in the episode as terms to getting records from a Christian rock band. I like the detail involved, but I think this would have been awesome as a 3-pack if you had involved Tolkien and Butters, since they are a part of the band also. As a 3-pack, I think that definitely would have shot it up to really good instead of making the singular pop. Next up, we have ourselves Princess Kenny, and could have been better. And it's mainly because, more personal reaction wise, I wasn't really a fan of those later South Park episodes. Although I guess it is cool to kind of have Kenny as a princess per se, but at the same time, I felt there could have been different Kennys they have done, or different moments that Kenny has had during South Park that could have been made into Funko Pop form before Princess Kenny was. Next up, we have ourselves the Unmasked Osimo that was a FYE exclusive, and I'm going to put this under not bad. And it's simply because I do think the masked version is better, but it's cool that Funko did do the version of him unmasked when everyone finds out that Osimo isn't actually a robot from Japan. It was only Cartman inside of a cardboard box. Next up, we have ourselves the Grand Wizard Cartman, and I'm gonna put this under not bad. I did enjoy the episodes involved with Grand Wizard Cartman. This version of, I guess you can say, kind of like the wizarding episodes of South Park. He does appear more frequently, like the Lord of the Rings episode where the certain tapes were mixed up, and then obviously appearing in the Stick of Truth game. I think this is pretty decent for a Funko Pop, but I don't think it's one of my favorite Cartmans though. Then we got ourselves the High Elf King Kyle, and I will put this also under not bad. Once again, not one of my favorite Kyles, but it's cool that they made them anyways, and I might as well put the rest of, I guess, this episode, or the Stick of Truth pops, I guess you can say, because some appeared on the Stick of Truth, some appeared on some of the episodes, like I believe it was the Black Friday episode, like the Paladin Butters, and the Ranger Stan Marsh Walker, all under not bad for pretty much the same reasons. Variants that we didn't really necessarily need at the moment. Next up, we have ourselves the Flocktally. That was an Amazon exclusive, and I am going to put this under really good actually, because I think the idea, first off, of making it flocked because a towel is very smart on Funko's part, but I think also with the bad hype as terms to it, because people wanted red eyes because of obviously how the character acts, I guess brings it down a bit. But I mean, I don't know, there's nothing really else you could have done with Towley also, but it is a memorable character for only being in so many episodes of South Park. Next up, we have ourselves the Festival of Fun 2021 exclusive shared with, I believe, Entertainment Earth, Tooth Decay Kyle, and could have been better because I think it's one that we didn't necessarily need at the moment, especially when we're pushing the 25th anniversary of South Park. I'm hoping we get new pops for a potential wave for the 25th anniversary, but this one is all right. It's from an episode that, like, I don't think many people really talk about. Next up, we have the newest Funko Pop as of the recording of this video, which is the San Diego Comic-Con 2022 shared with Entertainment Earth exclusive glow-in-the-dark digital stand, and I'm going to put this under not bad. And the reason is that although I wasn't really a fan of this episode either, which involves Facebook, I put it under not bad instead of could have been better, is the fact that they added a glow-in-the-dark effect to the pop. That's the only reason why it's going under not bad and not going under could have been better with that Tooth Decay Kyle. And last but not least, we have ourselves the PC Principal with South Park Elementary School Pop Town. And I might as well end this off on a good note with really good. I do like the amount of detail put into the school, and also the fact of adding PC Principal, because the former principal I felt like wasn't entirely memorable enough to where you could put it with the school. I mean, they could have done that, but obviously as of late, even though PC Principal is a newer character in the South Park series, people are big fans of the PC Principal character. So I'm glad that they put him with the Pop Town instead of the original principal per se. But there we go, everyone. That is every single South Park Funko Pop that has been released so far. If there are any that get announced after this, especially because this is being released the week of the FunCon 2022 reveals, there could be another one there. Definitely ask, depending on how many get made, where I would put those South Park Pops on this ranking list.
Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's ranking video on every South Park Funko Pop, make sure you smash that like button, comment in the comment section below, and let me know your favorite South Park Funko Pop, and if you agree or disagree with my list. And as I said in the little intro, make sure you press the subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.